Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another fantastic day on planet Earth. I've got to go to FedEx first. I have to get some signed documents back to my solicitor in the UK, which they told me that I wouldn't have to sign anything and there was no problem with me moving over to Thailand before the sale of the flat goes through, and now they want me to sign bloody papers. And then I've got to go to the Chonburi Transport Office, where I've got to get my, or apply for, or sort out my Thai driving licence. It's going to be a very, very good video explanation to people who want to take a Thai driving licence, I suppose. Now, I know that I need a TM30, which I've already got, which is a residency permit, or a residency certificate of immigration. I know 100% you need that. With regards to other things, I really don't know. Driving licence training, it says. I've just been in that office and he's basically taken all my details, TM30 and everything else, and he's just pointed out here to this man here, and he's told me to follow him, and I'm just about to go on my motorcycle training course. As far as I can gather, I'm not quite 100% sure what's going on, to be honest. It's cost me 450 baht for the licence, or the training, and another 150 for the medical, where a woman came out to me, looked at me up and down and said yes. So I've passed my medical. I presume this is the training centre. Oh dear. What is? So I've got to park here. Well, if I wasn't confused before, I'm bloody confused now. I urge anybody who's looking at getting a Thai licence to get an agent. Please get an agent. It's so confusing and so confusing. I went to that place and I stood in the queue waiting, and she said, you have a number? And I said, no. And then she said, have a number. So she gave me a number, which was the next number in line, and I sat there and I waited, and then the VIP started turning up, you know, with their agents and everything, skipping in the bloody queue, and I waited. It must have been half an hour in the blistering heat. It's 41 degrees now, and I finally got seen, and she was literally a minute. And all she says, you want Thai driving licence, motorbike licence, and I said, yes please. So she gave me, she stamped the form, stapled it all together, and she said, okay, we have everything, and I've got to go back on March the 21st. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another fantastic day on planet Earth. I'm going for my driving test today. Riding test, motorbike test, that's the one. I'm not looking forward to it, as you can probably imagine, being in a foreign country, not knowing much foreign language. I know enough to get by. I really don't know what to expect. I don't know. I haven't got a clue. I can't speak to anybody, or I haven't spoken to anybody. I don't know what's expected. I don't know whether I've got to take the full test or just the eye exam and reflex exam or what. I just haven't got the faintest idea. They all wave at you, look. They all wave and smile. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to go. All I know is I'm shitting myself. I have got in my possession my Thai driving license. Seriously, I have got the license now. What's the time? 10:15. Hour and 3/4 in there and out. I have got my Thai driving licence on me now. Thailand, I love you. I just love you. Everything that you do. So the first place I went was down here, which I presume is for registration. I really don't know. The first thing you have to do is you have to get what's called a TM30, which is your residency certificate to say that you reside at a certain place, and you get that from immigration. Now you also need that when you buy a motorbike. You need that certificate to get the number plate made. When that comes, I really don't know. I'm still waiting for it. They said 2 months. Now when you've got your TM30 and you've got your international driver's permit, or they only took my driving licence, they didn't even look at the the IDP, the international driver's permit. Once you've got all that, you go into that first building. They give you all the documentation that you need to go over the road where I've just been. You queue outside, you wait in your Farang queue, and you take a ticket, you wait in there. They give you a date for your test, and then on that date you come back. Now I advise that you, if it's at 9 o'clock, you turn up at 8:30, or even earlier than that. It doesn't matter, because the amount of people that were waiting there, I just about made it in for 9 o'clock. And then we sat in a room, all the foreigners, we sat in a room. There was probably only, I think it was only about 8 or 9 of us. You sit in that room, you wait there, and apparently that's where they show you the information video. But we didn't have an information video. We went through to another room and lined us all like a firing squad, which is a bit daunting. In that room there's an accelerator pedal and a brake pedal, and in front of you you've got a screen with a red and a green light on it. So what you do is you press the accelerator until the green light comes on, and then it'll go up like that, and there's a line where you have to hit the brake pedal before it actually gets to that line. And then they have a traffic light thing with red, amber and green on it. Well, red, orange and green as they call it. And as he presses the button, you have to tell him what colours you see. It's as simple as that. I'm not joking, that is the test. Now after that, we waited in the queue. We waited in the queue. They give you a ticket number, and when your ticket's called, they take you to have your photo taken, and it costs 170 baht. It's cost me for my driver's license. I'm sorry, but this is incredible. I can't believe how efficient that system is. So they'll give you a ticket, they call the number, you have your photo taken, you sit down and you wait for 10 minutes. 10 minutes. And they give you a driver's license. And that's it. So I've now got my Thai driving license. Literally all I had to do was a bit of an eye test, an eye test and a reaction test, and that's it. I've now got a full motorbike licence for Thailand. It's just incredible. How can you get a driving licence in less than 2 hours? In the UK, you wait, what, 2 months? You wait for even a renewal takes 2 months. But I've done the test and got my driving licence in 2 hours. What I advise people do is go into the post office, pay £5.50, get your international driver's permit, and then you come over, you go into there and you can get a full driving licence. It's a full Thai driving licence. It's got my date of birth, the 15th of April 2509. I mean, you don't get that in the UK, do you? You don't get your driving licence within 2 hours. If you think that this is a province, it's a provincial thing, that every province has got their own driving licence test centre, Not like in the UK, there was not many of them. If you imagine that this is like a provincial thing, or a borough, I suppose you could call it that, then it's very, very efficient. They print your driving licence there and then. You don't have to wait for it to come in the post. They give it to you in your hand and away you go. Can you imagine that in the UK? No more waiting, no more pissing around after, waiting bloody 6 months. Or I've known people wait 6 months for a driving licence. And this is a renewal. It's not a new... Oh God, we've got a bit of dust here. When I say I love Thailand, you don't know how true that is. You really do not know how much I love this country. There's a lot of people who said, oh, he's in the honeymoon period and blah blah blah. No, there is no honeymoon period. Look at this. Look how well everything is looked after. The land of smiles, the land of happy people, the land of people who are glad to be alive and they're happy with whatever they've got, no matter how small it is. England used to be a place like this. It used to be a place of happy people, naturally happy people. And people used to smile when you walked past them, and you used to be able to say hello to anybody whatsoever. And it's all gone. It's nothing like it used to be. And I can't stand that about the UK. I can't stand the way that people just walk around with their heads dipped down and not talk to anybody. Welcome to Pattaya City, Thailand. I love you. Oh, and also those tests. If you don't get it right the first time, they'll try it again. If you don't get it right the second time, they'll try it again. If you're one of the fails, you can't get it right, they take everyone out of the room and they put you there until you get it right. Paddy's Bar. I've got to go in there. I've got to go in there one night. Definitely, absolutely. A telephone box. Is that a real one? Is that a real phone box? Hang on. Hemingway's Restaurant and Bar. I've got to go in there as well because they do an absolute cracking liver and bacon. No, it's not a real one, but it's got a picture of the Queen in it. Look. Yes, we have to go in there one night. Definitely, absolutely, definitely. So single-handedly, I decorated my flat. I got my flat ready for market. I put the flat on the market. I sold it. Well, it's not sold yet. It's still going through. It's sort of imminent completion of contract. I severed the ties. I sorted all that crap out. I sorted all my stuff out. I sold it all. I put all the stuff in 2 suitcases. I booked the extra luggage. I sorted all the flight out. I sorted my accommodation out. I got over here. I've taken my Thai driving licence. I don't think people can appreciate the enormity of what I've actually taken on single-handedly. And I've never done any of this before. I've had nobody help me through my Thai licence. I've even bought a f***ing motorbike and I've got no help. I went to immigration, I got no help. I got the proper forms, I got no help. I did it. I did everything on my own. And I feel incredibly proud of myself for doing it. Repellent. I need some repellent. I need some aerosol, which is basically insecticide. It'll kill everything. Geckos, it kills the bloody lot. You don't want to kill a gecko. If you've got a gecko in your room, it gets rid of the mosquitoes in the room. So don't spray it unless you see a mosquito. That's another thing, is you need your retirement visa or work permit or whatever before you can get your licence. I only really need the insecticide and the sarnie. Corn, seaweed. That is literally dried seaweed. Don't have those. Not unless your face wants to come off. Oh, those things I had then. They took my face off. They're chilly, really, really hot. Where else can you leave your crash helmet on with an action camera on the front, on your handlebars, and not worry about it? You can't, can you? See, if you don't like this 7-Eleven here, you go to that one there. Tonight I am going out to celebrate my Thai driving licence because I'm Nice, man. Oh, it's Terminator. The thing. Oh my God! Hang on. That's the monster thing. I know it was in the Terminator movie, but I don't know what the monster thing was called. Saudi Club. How are you? Can I have 1 and 2, please? How much? 30. I give you 40. You keep. You keep. Thank you. Kopkun Krab. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, if you've made it to the end, thank you very much for watching. If you found it useful, you found it informative or stupid, it doesn't matter. Hit the like button anyway. Share it with the world because I bloody well need it. I'm going touring soon. Man, I'd like you to remember that life is definitely worth living on this measly earth. All you've got to do is get out there, do what makes you happy, do what makes you smile, and bollocks to what anybody else thinks.